What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel, we have Faith No More. This goes as a request from Amasaic. Amasaic wanted to watch me react to Faith No More with their tune, Ashes to Ashes. Now, have I heard of Faith No More? Yes, I've heard of Faith No More. Back in the late 80s, early 90s is when Faith No More really kind of broke out on the scene with a great song called, I think it was called Epic, with a pretty epic video as well. So that was that song. Then there was Falling to Pieces. I've heard them do their version of War Pigs, which I dug. It was a great cover. But that's pretty much all I've heard from them as far as I know. So this song, Ashes to Ashes, have I heard this song from Faith No More? No, I have not. This is a new one, to the best of my knowledge. Now look, as always, if I start listening and I go, oh yeah, I recognize that, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Alright, so this was posted by Uprocks, that's with 2 X's, Uprocks Indie Mixtape. And this video has 8.86 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Alright, here we go. Faith No More, Ashes to Ashes, official music video. But it's not posted on Faith No More's page, so I think we'll be okay. Hopefully this won't get blocked.
Block!
It's always a risk whenever you do an official music video. There's always a risk of it getting blocked. So just hopefully this doesn't get blocked. Hopefully you're not watching on Patreon. Hopefully you're watching on YouTube. We'll see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
On my head, oh, point the finger at me. It's on my head. Give it all to you, then I'll be closer. Smiling with the
There's some good stuff happening here. Let's start with the vocals. I'm loving the range that Mike Patton's getting. He's getting some great range. Hitting those notes clean and on pitch. Everything is sounding great there on the vocal end. The guitar has got a nice tube distortion sound to it. I'm digging that. Nice and full. I'm hearing the bass, but not clearly. Like, I can hear it is there, it is present, but I can't hear exactly what it is he's doing. Which is good and bad. Look, if he's not sticking out like a sore thumb, that means he's doing a good job. So, can't knock it. Drumming is super solid. I love that pattern he's got. Doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da. Doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da. I love that feel. Sounds really good. So far, I'm liking what I'm hearing. Let's keep going here, shall we?
let you shout no more. It's on my head. It's on my head. I'll pick you up from the floor. It's on my head. It's on my head. I'll let you lead in the score. It's on my head. It's on my head. Give it all to you, then I'll be closer.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. It sounds like we're gonna go into the chorus. I'm digging that pre-chorus. Ba-da-ba. That part, I love that. That line that he hits, that note that he hits, very strong, very powerful. I love the jump. He's singing in a lower register for the most part during the verse, and then to get into the pre-chorus, he does that jump up into that register. Not subtle at all. It's a pretty sudden jump, but he does it well. And that's how he gets away with it. As far as singing down in the lower register, I know I've complained in the past about people singing the lower register when you have a song that has a drive and a pulse and energy and fullness, and you got this low, breathy, low register voice. Here's the thing. He's singing in a low register. That is true. But it's not breathy at all. It's still supported. There's a difference between singing like this and singing like this. There's a big difference. There's breathy, and then there's supported. It's the same note. It's just one supported down here. And the other one sounds like this because it's all breathy. If you're going to be lazy about it and be breathy, don't do it. Don't do it. Stay in your upper register where you can support properly, effectively. But he is supporting in that lower register. That's how he's getting away with it. So, great job. Let's keep going. I want to hear this. I want to hear the chorus. Okay, I'm going to pause right there. We got 55 seconds left, so I shouldn't have to pause anymore. Okay, that guitar solo. You talk about simple but effective. Boy, that guitar solo was it. Lots of sustained notes. Not a whole lot of variation in notes, like not a whole lot of movement within, the chordal structure, but he would hit the note and he would sustain it. And here's the thing, he was getting some great vibrato out of it without bending and changing the pitch of the note. Just getting a little vibrato. Just like that. Really nice without bending and changing the pitch. Now, there were a couple places where he did bend, but when he did bend, he would bend like a full semitone up, maybe even a little past, almost to 2 semitones, which would be one full movement up, one full note up, by the way. For those of you that didn't know, 2 semitones is usually one full note, unless it's a half step like an E to an F. That's a half step note anyway. So, or like a B to a C. That's a half step note anyway. But basically, 1 semitone, 1 half step. Just remember that, okay? There's your music theory lesson for the day, kids. 101, music theory 101. 1 semitone, 1 half step. Perfect. There you go. All right, but the bends he was doing, really nice when he would bend. Tasteful. Just a very tasteful solo. Nothing overly extravagant. Nothing over. Keep that in. No, keep that in. Keep that in. Absolutely. Nothing too extravagant as far as playing goes. Everything was about flavor and feel. And I dig that. I absolutely dig that. All right. Let's go back just a tad. We're not going to go back a full 10 seconds. We're going to go back just a couple seconds here. And let's keep going. Let's finish this out. Really? It's going to end like that? Just bit. I don't think that's the band's fault. I think that was editing the video. Maybe that's how this guy got away with posting it. He edited some stuff out. Well, look, you got to do what you got to do. But even with that happening, great song. This was a good song. Yeah, this is going to get a good score. Well, there you go, folks. That was Faith No More with a tune called Ashes to Ashes. Now, this was a request from Amasaic. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel great with that score. Let me tell you why. Okay, so.
Why?
Great song. Just overall great song. I mean, there's nothing that really needs to be said that I haven't already said. Guitar tone got that nice tube distortion tone while still being full, which I absolutely love. Bass, I could hear, it was there, it was present, but I couldn't hear anything that stuck out. Now that could be good, that could be bad. But the fact that I didn't hear anything bad sticking out is a good thing. So we're going to go with that, okay? He was there, he was present, he was playing, didn't play anything bad. Let's just run with that. Drumming, I love that pattern. Doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da. Pause, doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da. Or, as we say in theory, rest, you know. Same thing. You stop playing and you wait a certain number of beats and then you come in again. That's called a rest. It could be a quarter rest, half rest, whole rest, whatever. It's dotted eighth rest, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, resting equals pausing. Okay, you don't play. Anyway, that whole stop. Doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da. Doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da. Yeah, that drove it. That absolutely drove it. That set the mood and tone for the whole song. Loved it. Great drumming. Great drumming. The keyboard was there, filling it out very nicely. Again, kind of like the bass player. I didn't hear anything stick out in a bad way, so I can only say that he did a good job. Nothing spectacular, obviously, but, you know, filling it out nicely the way that a good keyboardist should do. So, there you go. Mike Patton's vocals, man, I love this guy. I love this guy as a vocalist. I really do. I'm a big fan of his work with Mr. Bungle. I'm a big fan. Having said that, I like the first album, the Mr. Bungle's first album, Mr. Bungle. I love that album. Great album. Start to finish, there's not a song on that album I don't enjoy. Second album, Disco Violante. Hated it. Absolutely, vehemently hated it. I could not stand that album. But the first album was I absolutely loved. I thought it was brilliant. So, go figure. No, but he's got great vocal ability. You want to really see what Mike Patton can do on vocals? Go check out Mr. Bungle's first album. There's some great songs on there. Carnival. Love that song. Egg. Gosh, what else? Quote unquote was kind of like, it's a good starter. I'm not going to say the name of track 8. The Girls of Blank. I'm just going to leave it at that. By the way, if you're under the age of 18, you shouldn't be listening to this album. You really shouldn't be. Just letting you know. I did. I heard this album when I was like 16 and I fell in love with it. Shame on me. I shouldn't have.
What's the matter with you?
Terrible. but listen, the kids, you're gonna find out about this stuff eventually anyway. But don't let it be the music that teaches you. Let your parents tell you about this kind of stuff. But yeah, the Girls of Blank, I'll leave it at that. My Ass is on Fire. That's another great tune. I love that song. No, the whole album was just great. I love that whole album start to finish. But you really want to hear what he can do vocally, go check out Mr. Bungle for sure. But having said that, this song definitely showed off some of his range. It showed off some of his power, his strength, his ability to support, whether it be in the upper register or even in the lower register. He was still supporting the whole time. There was never a time. Okay, correction. There was one time he got breathy, but the reason he got breathy was for effect. It was coming out of the guitar solo into the last pre-chorus. He got a little breathy, but that's okay. It was for effect to help build the song. There's a big difference between being breathy for effect and being breathy because you're not supporting. There's a huge difference. He did it for the purpose of effect. Did the song blow my mind? No, because I know what Faith No More is capable of. Now, I will say this. This is a heavier song than what I'm used to hearing from Faith No More. This might actually be the heaviest song I've heard from them. Not enough to blow my mind, but very enjoyable nonetheless. Would I put this on a playlist? Yes, I would absolutely put this on a playlist. Not the gym, but driving to Vegas, yes. And driving around town, yes, absolutely. This would go on those two playlists for sure. So a great score for a great song. 8.5, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It will do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.